I'm Eric Jackson, co-owner of Stay On Go Clothing and Creations, owner of the Kreators Avenue, and this is where I'm from, with Mario Johnson, Great Hoodie Films. I'm from Chester, South Carolina, a little town right below Rock Hill. From Roundtree Circle to be exact, street name. Community, man, the community basically shaped me. How I grew up, the people I grew up around. I will say there's a lot of love. I grew up around a lot of love. The community I'm from shaped that, formed that, the city formed it. The clothing company started in 2015. Me and my business partner, Keon, both from small towns. I'm from Chester, he from Greenwood, and we just saw an opportunity to kind of expose what's going on, you know, in our cities, and also giving help and giving sort of a symbol or a recognition symbol to our town. So we wanted to take that as college students, take it back where we're from, which is what we're doing, and also make, you know, bridging the gap between the two cities, Greenwood, Chester, but in between you have Spartanburg, Greenville, just different places, but we also want to provide an identity for South Carolina as a whole. What On Go means is offering network growth and opportunity, but it also is a play off of the word being, you know, on go or staying on go. What made me start the media company, man, is something I've been having in mind for years. It's what I went to school for, it's what I got a degree in. It just took me some time to get around to it. And it's all about exposure for me, exposing what's going on around me, exposing what's going on in my life, exposing what's going on with my clothing brand, with everything. And also having a clothing brand also led me into the media thing, because when you're doing clothing, you gotta have photo shoots, you gotta have the publicity, you gotta have, you know, different elements in order to get your brand out there. So in order to kind of, per se, cut the middleman, it's better to get into that and do it yourself. And then you get a better, you know, feel of what you want and how you want it. And, you know, that kind of started me into it. But like I said, I did interns in media. I did, you know, work for different people in the media field. It's just now is the time that I'm choosing to actually get out there and further it and actually do it, because there's so much going on, man. So, and sometimes our views get kind of, you know, altered depending on who's telling the story. So therefore, if, you know, people like me or people that look like me are telling these stories, people take it a different way. So that's kind of the route I want to go with it. Also tying in, you know, photography and videography and different skills, whatever it takes to tell the story is what it's about. The ultimate goal of both brands, the media brand and the clothing brand, is to simply give a voice and be a symbol of recognition. With Kreators Avenue Media, we want to tell stories and, you know, give insight to, you know, what's going on locally, as well as, you know, we'll reach out to different, you know, communities as well, but we want to also just highlight and give voice and show what's going on. Stories that aren't told every day, but deserve to be told. That's the point of that. The clothing brand is to give identity, symbol of recognition. When you see the Stay On Go brand, we want you to feel like, oh yeah, not just I know such and such, but I get this feeling, you know, from that simple logo, but I just get this feeling. The brand just carries this feeling of community. It carries this identity of us. Like it represents us, you know what I mean? For anybody my advice to anybody trying to get into clothing or media, just do your thing. It's cool to kind of look around, see what other people are doing, you know, this and that, but don't get caught up in it. Just do what you do. You know what your goal is, stick to it. Even if somebody else doing what you're doing, stick to what your goal is, your brand identity, stay true to it, and it's gonna work for you. Some things work for other people, some things don't work for some people, but if you true to what you doing, it's gonna work for you, and just put that work in. That's my biggest, that's in any field, anything you're doing. And just to be specific with clothing, go with something that truly, truly identifies you, what you've been through, or what you do, or what you're going through. Because if it doesn't, you're gonna end up raising a brand that's not really attached to you, and that makes it harder. You know what I mean? If you don't really have a genuine love for it or what it stands for, it's just something you're doing. You basically kind of just wasting time. But if you really got you planning into it, or your identity is planning into that, it'll work for you. You just gotta put the work in.